Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Franchise Hour, uh, Season 2, Episode 9. And as you can see, I have a very distinguished guest with me today. He is the Franchise Excellent Hall of Fame from the PFA. He has the MVP Bossing Award. He is the Entrepreneur of the Year Award. So he's full of awards, and he has also completed the he earned his master's degree in entrepreneurship from the Asian Institute of Management and completed the President Management Program at the Harvard Business School. So, without further ado, I want to welcome the chairman, emeritus, and the person behind the brand Potato Corner, Mr. Jose Magsaysay Jr. Thank you so much for being with me this afternoon.
Thank you, Rudolf. I'll call you RK, and I'm
Yes,
very comfortable calling you RK. So, thank you. It's an honor to be in your program, and especially because you are a very prestigious franchise guru in the Philippines. So, thank
thank you so
you
much,
for
Joe Mac.
guesting.
Thank you. Thank you. And I call you Joe Mac. This is how your friends call you for Jose Magsaysay, so Joe Mac in short. And the first time actually I met you was in your office in Mr. Donuts. That was March 2000. So
Oh
that was
yeah,
around now 22 years ago.
that long, huh? Okay.
That long, yeah. At that time, I was doing my very first, organizing my very first Cebu Franchise Expo, and you were one of my first exhibitors with Mr. Donut. So I'm very thankful for that until today, that you were one of the first one who signed up with me to be exhibitor at my show. All right, but now let's talk about you. Everybody knows you as the Potato King in the Philippines, but not everybody knows actually your beginnings. Tell us a little bit how you actually started. You didn't start immediately with Potato Corner. You were with Wendy's, and maybe you can tell us a little bit when you were still a little bit younger than today.
Well, some decades ago, I started cleaning toilets and bussing tables at Wendy's at Makati. So I was one of the pioneer crews at Wendy's Philippines. And then from there, I became a full-time crew. Then eventually became a management trainee. And then I left Wendy's after 10 years uh, to put up Potato Corner with some friends.
When you put it up, what every new business has its struggles. What do you think was what was the most difficult struggle to overcome when you started Potato Corn actually? Because today
Oh,
everybody knows it is a huge success, but it's a different story when you start a business.
well, when I left Wendy's, the president of Wendy's that time, Titoy Pardo, shook my hands. He said, "Okay, bye bye, good luck." Then he gave me a warning. RK, he said, "Well, I understand. I He was talking out of his own experience because he has partners also at Wendy's,
Mm,
at 7-Eleven, because he also
mm,
owns 7-Eleven. So he said,
mm,
Jomag, uh, it's going to be difficult to run a business with partners. So take care, be careful, and, and take care of those. So
mm,
after a year and a half of starting Potato Corner with my partners, true enough, I realized what he was saying because we had
mm,
friction with my partners. So,
mm,
but the nice thing about all my partners, what we did, instead of breaking up, instead of fighting, you know what we did? We hired the professional chairman of the board and CEO to take over and teach us how to become business partners instead of becoming friends. That's the difficult part, RK. Being friends together, putting up a
correct.
business, sometimes you don't know where to draw the line, whether friends. You're still friends. You're still business people, and that person who we hired taught us that there's a line that separates friendship and business partners. So we were glad we did
Correct.
that. So that's why
Correct.
Potato Corner still grew because instead of fighting, we took care of each other, still took care of each other, understood that in business there are certain things that you cannot do as friends anymore. So when you're talking to your partners, for example,
Chumak, you're chopping out.
sorry
Hello.
about that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're back again. Thank you.
Yeah. So I was saying when you have friends as partners, you should be able to know which hat you're wearing every time you're talking about certain things. You might be talking about something, then you shift to another topic. You should know what hat you're wearing every time. You should be aware of what hat you're wearing every time you're talking about different things.
Hmm. What I'm interested to know, Chumak, is why actually you chose French fries. Why did you not choose burgers or anything else as a product line?
Well, it wasn't me who chose, no. It was my partners. So when I got in, I was
Hmm.
we were four partners, no. And I was the fourth
Okay.
guy to come in. I was the last person to come in the partnership. And when I came in, there was already a brand. There was already a product which is flavored French fries. And the reason being, my brother-in-law, who's my partner in Potato Corner, before Potato Corner started, had a very successful flavored French fry business, flavored popcorn business, and he was
Hmm.
making money, and he was my brother-in-law, and then Danny and George were our friends, and we were saying, look at this guy, he has money to buy in 1990, in 1990, 1991. You were rich when you could afford a cell phone by the time because cell phones are very expensive. That
Hmm.
like 30, 20 years, 25 years ago. So uh, he was able to buy what? He was able to buy a brand new car, and we didn't have any cell phones. We didn't have any brand new cars. So we were saying, so my other partners were saying, let's do something with like flavored popcorn. So they just, and
Hmm.
since all of us came from Wendy's, at one point in our lives, all the four of us were in Wendy's, but I was still in Wendy's at the time, and they decided French fries because they knew about French fries.
You guys were actually not afraid that you will be squeezed by McDo and Jollibee, who are very well known for the fries then already.
We didn't even think about that. All we wanted was enough
Hmm.
money to buy a brand new car and a brand new cell phone. That's all we wanted to do. We didn't care what happened moving forward. There was no vision, there was no plan. It was just let's put up a business together and let's earn
Cool.
extra money. And that's all.
That's actually a cool approach, I would say. It's a very cool approach. When did you actually start franchising? When was that?
Well, we started franchise. In fact, our second store was already a franchise. Our second outlet was a
Hmm.
franchise already. Because, you know, to put up, when I did the numbers, we needed 150,000 pesos to start Potato Corner. Uh, that was one cart, the advance rentals, and the packaging and all these things. So we need 150,000. Uh, all of us except my brother-in-law who had money already because he's flavored popcorn had to borrow money. I had so we each raised 37,500. And thank you to my brother-in-law Ricky, I was able to borrow money from him. So he lent me money. So what are brothers-in-law for, no? So
Okay,
he
correct.
borrowed, I borrowed, and then we raised 150,000 and we put up our first card. But see, the thing is, although the first outlet paid back in 1 month, in just 30 days, we didn't have enough money to put up more. We didn't have
Hmm.
capital. So then because I understood franchising in a way because I came from Wendy's, so I said to my partners, let's franchise. Let's use other people's money. And we did. The second store was a franchise already.
Excellent. Excellent. But also, you had several changes. I learned about your card. I mean, today it's anybody who sees the green and yellow knows immediately that's Potato Corner. Was it actually the original design already, or you went through stages of remodeling?
Oh yeah, definitely. The current cart model now has evolved after all these 28 years in business. But more significant is in the first 4 months we changed our cart 4 times because we were still learning how to do the business properly. If you notice, we were the first kiosk in the mall allowed to fry. We were the first who were cooking inside the kiosk inside the mall. So we were learning how to do this. We were coordinating with the mall on how to do it properly until until the fourth one we more or less got it right already. And from there it has evolved we only tweaked it little already. But the first four were major changes.
Hmm. Uh, so tell us a little bit on the progress then. So you started 1992. You had the first franchisee in the same year, I think, diba? If you said it was the second already. So how did the numbers grow through the years?
Well, we're the first actually kiosk. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're the first kiosk who franchised, no? And used franchising rapidly. There might have been somebody who probably franchised the kiosk business before us, but we were the first to use it and grow it rapidly using franchising. So
Correct.
from the first day up to the second year, we were able to open 70 stores in just 2 years, all because of franchising. So all your clients, all your friends can actually grow their business using franchising. In fact, after us, there have been more other brands who have grown more rapidly than us in the first 2 years than just 70 stores. I mean, look at there was Case King of Balls, which our company owns now. There is Zagu. Those are the brands that grew also rapidly through franchising in the first 2 or 3 years.
And then in the succeeding years.
So, well, on the 1997 was a good year for us. It was our peak, no, record growth. But the thing is, after 1997, the Asian financial crisis hit us. Uh, so we were hit also bad. After the year 2000, we were left with just 40 stores, and that was the first crisis that we entered into in terms of potato corner. We survived thanks to our franchises. Imagine if we didn't have any franchises. You know, RK, that 40 stores that were open were all franchises.
Yeah.
We're lucky we franchised. It was our franchisees
Yeah.
who took the bullet for us during the Asian financial crisis. It's actually
Yes.
even today our franchisees are the ones taking the bullet for us. So imagine
Yeah.
that's how important our franchisees are to us. They take care of us every time there's a crisis, and that's why when there's no crisis, our responsibility is to take care of them.
Correct. That's a very good thought. You also brought the brand international. When did you start that one? When did you had your first your first international franchise?
Oh, that was 2006. That one we got a call in 2003 from somebody from Indonesia. She said, Mr. Magsaysay, can I franchise Potato Corner? I really like the product. I want to bring it here to Jakarta, Indonesia. We said, no, we're not ready. And then 2004, she called again. Oh, I just wanna bring. Can you allow me? We said no again. 2005, she called again. She was very persistent, because she loved the product. Because she was a student. She was a student in UST of accounting. And that's where she learned about Potato Corner. So eventually, because of her persistence, we said yes. So eventually, because of her persistence, we said, okay, yes, let's put up one in Jakarta. So we did. We gave her. We we did a joint venture for Jakarta, and today we are, in spite of the crisis, we have more than 100 stores in Indonesia.
More than
So
100.
more than 100 stores in Indonesia.
Wow, excellent.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
So it,
All right.
and Filipino brands are not there. Are hardly any Filipino brand successful in Indonesia. Something with Indonesia is so difficult, and we're lucky we have a partner who really knows how to do business in Indonesia. So
Mm,
we're just lucky. See what franchising does. You find the
correct,
right partner. Hey, look, and and we're lucky. It's hard to put up any business in Indonesia from by
correct, correct, correct.
Filipinos.
So that was your first country, but then that's not the only country. You moved on. What was the next country?
The next country was the USA. So the
The
story there
USA.
is, yeah, I got an email from from this guy who said, "Dear Mr. Magsaysay, I finally found you. Uh, I was a student." He told me a story. I was a student at international school uh, some years ago, and I used to cross in from the Ritz Towers in Ayala to Glorieta and every day buy flavored French fries at Potato Corner. I love the product, and I want to do business now here in California, and I want to bring Potato Corner here. So then I went there after a week and a half. I was there meeting with this guy, and actually his name is Guy. So and we liked each other. So there you go. 2010 we opened our USA operations. So we have a USA company that's doing franchise in the US. It's not the Philippines is selling a franchise,
Mm,
a master franchise to the US. Our way of doing business in the US is we set up a US company, and that US company is the franchisee, is the franchisor
Manchester.
in the US. So we're not
That's
awarding
good.
sub. So our company is not awarding sub franchisees. Our company is awarding franchisees in the US.
Correct, correct, correct. Yes. And then you moved also on to Panama and Australia. And,
Yeah, and then well, the US became a showroom. So
mm,
because plenty people go to LA, to San Francisco, it's like everybody who goes there says, maybe we put a potato corner also. That's why uh, last
in
year
the
we
US, how many
opened.
stores you have now?
We have well, the pandemic had some effect to us. We now have about
Sure.
32 stores in the US that are operating,
Good,
but they're
good.
operating very well. Uh,
Mm.
in last year we opened about 40 or 50 stores. I think 50 stores outside the Philippines, and this year we'll be opening 50 to 70 more stores outside the Philippines.
So you will be reaching 300 or more even internationally.
Yeah, international will be breaching 300.
So you're now in Panama, Australia, Thailand, Hong Kong, Cambodia, Singapore, Vietnam, and Kuwait. Is that correct?
Oh, Saudi Arabia and Myanmar,
Saudi.
although Myanmar is closed because of the coup d'etat, but it will reopen
Yes.
soon. Yeah. Uh,
I
then
saw
we
on Facebook. They have three outlets there, right?
That's right. That's right.
Uh,
Saudi Arabia, we're good, doing very well in Saudi Arabia. Uh,
you have a master franchisee there.
no, we don't. It's not yet a master franchise. We
Mm,
said you try it first, open a couple of stores there, three
mm.
stores. After the third store, you
Mm.
have the option to convert it into a master franchise.
That's cool.
Okay, then
That's good. That's
and then
excellent.
Canada is doing well also. So we have good partners in
Mm.
Canada.
Mm. So excellent. You're really conquering the world. No? How many have you actually now in the Philippines? How many potato corners, kiosks, and
Well,
carts and stores are there?
before the pandemic started, entering 2000, we had about 1,200 plus carts in the Philippines operating. But because of the pandemic, we closed permanently about 50,
Mm.
and some are in hibernation. These are the cinema stores and the school stores.
Sure.
They're in hibernation. And then, so all in all, in the Philippines, 80% of the stores are open.
That's excellent. That's a good number, actually. That's a
Yeah.
very good number, actually. So, how did you
So,
actually went through the pandemic? What did you change in your business model so that this 80% can go on? What did you do?
well, we did not change the business model, RK,
Mm,
because we're very strict with our DNA, and I think our DNA, we're our job is to protect our DNA. But one thing we did,
okay.
but one thing we have that is very important to us is our support to our franchisees. So now our focus is helping our franchisees, trying to find a way to augment their lost sales in the malls so that revenues can come not necessarily in the 4 square meters of the stores in their stores anymore. It will come from their stores in their communities, direct selling by them outside their outlets. So many things like that, cloud kitchens like that, and of course
Mm,
we're trying to increase our delivery business now. So well, want who doesn't wish to be in the delivery business now, right? So everybody should be in the delivery
correct.
business now.
Correct. What do you think? How do you see the foresee the future now of Potato Corner in the coming months and the coming years?
Well, I think Potato Corner will double its growth in the next 5 years. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
we might even exceed double growth after 5 years, no, in terms of now number of stores, and definitely more in terms of income. If you look at our organization, we've always been a lean organization ever since, and that helps us during the last crisis. That's going to help us in this crisis by being very lean and a very flexible organization.
Yeah, I think that's very important today to survive generally, especially in a pandemic, to be able to get through it. Right? You have to be very flexible.
Yeah,
Same in franchise development.
and then like now, actually, even before the pandemic, we're already always collaborating with other partners and brands like the Potato Corner plus Nacho Bean, Potato Corner plus this, Potato Corner plus that.
Mm,
So we're looking to
co-branding.
we're looking to collaborate with more other brands, especially
Mm,
with our bigger stores. Like for example, we have an outlet in Green Hills Promenade, in the theater. We're removing our Nacho Bimbi outlet there already, and we're looking for a tandem brand that we think will be very compatible with Potato Corner, so that when the cinema starts to open, we will have a good tandem there.
mm.
So you might have a brand that we can tandem with in our cinema operations.
I think about, or maybe some of our listeners have a brand which they could co-brand with you in the cinema there. This could
Yes,
actually be the
and then
case.
And then, for example, we have sites that are too big for a Potato Corner. We'll offer it to our other friends in the industry, like your clients, for
Mm,
example. And then, for example, your clients for RK might have sites that are too big for them. So we can come in and help you by
correct.
co-branding with you and sharing the lease space with you. So we're
Mm,
very flexible with not only with Potato Corner but with our other brands also. So
mm,
the industry is so there's so many opportunities for us to collaborate. In fact, we're serving in some of our cloud kitchens. We're already serving other brands also. So sky's the limit. We realize there's so many opportunities during this pandemic
correct.
to help each other.
Correct. And under the Cinco Corporation, beside of Potato Corner, what other brands you're having now?
Well, we have Boss Chicken, we have Go to Go, we have Lumpia, Mama's Lumpia. We have Kiss King of Balls. Uh, those. And we're looking for other partners that we can probably. In fact, we're under negotiations to be more a big brother in the industry because of our current organization. We can help other other companies also who want to scale up because of our national distribution system, RK, because of our mastery in
Correct.
franchising, our mastery in multi-chain
Correct.
operations. We can actually you can actually outsource many things to us so that we can help
Mm.
you grow your brand or your business nationwide. So let us know. We're always open to
That
that.
sounds good. Yeah. So the listeners, if they have anything to they want to grow, contact Mr. Jose Magsaysay Jr.
Hmm.
Three
In
weeks
RK,
ago, Chuma,
yeah, go
you.
ahead. Yeah,
3 weeks ago, I had Archie Desma as guest,
yeah.
and you're partner with him as well.
Of course,
So tell me a little bit about that partnership. What you have there.
I'm actually partner ng bayan. In fact, I'm a partner of many many businesses because I'm an investor also.
Okay.
Uh, I love the micro industry, not the small
Mm.
one. I love the micro industry. My investments are with startups and small and micro businesses.
Mm.
And my heart really is soft to micro entrepreneurs because I came from there. Potato Corner came from
Yes.
there. And it's our way of helping. That's why I offered you, like, for example, if you're helping to develop a client into franchising, hey, we can help them actually grow rapidly bus- just by saying, oh, Jomag, can we piggyback on your distribution system? Can we piggyback on your franchise system?
Mm.
Who will say no if we, for example, combo a brand and Potato Corner together so that we create
Mm.
value for money?
Correct. Correct. Hello.
Yep.
Yeah. You're choppy again, Jomak.
Hello, hello.
Um. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Can hear you again. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. So in these companies, you're mainly as investor. You're not really so much hands on.
Well, of course, yes.
Like.
All my RK, all the investments I have in other businesses, I'm an investor. I don't participate in management.
Mm.
In management, I participate in Potato Corner, but not in other
Mm.
companies because that's what I can give to my shareholders, to my partners in Potato Corner. When I commit to running a business, I commit to running a business 100%. And the other things, I'm
Correct.
just an investor. I may be a part of the board, and during board meetings, I give advice. I tell them what I think, what's on my mind, and that's how, like, for example, I help Mercato and RJ and Vanessa on the
Mm.
Mercato business. In fact, we're growing
Mm.
Mercato rapidly this year. Maybe 20 or
Correct.
maybe 50, maybe 50 stores this year for Mercato now. So imagine the first thing I can do when I come in as a partner is to organize the board. I can share.
Mm.
I just want to share to everybody that when you want to start looking at the business and grow the business, you just start fixing, organizing the board properly first, so that the partners will know how to work together properly.
Correct. Uh, I'll change a little bit the topic now. Because you're from your family name, it's obvious that your family is very heavy in the politics. Your uncle was the president, and your cousin the senator. Do we see any senator by the name Jose Magsaysay sooner or later?
Oh, I tried politics already. 1998, I ran for ano. I tried politics in 1998. I lost. So I told myself, I don't think politics is in my blood. So I'll never go into
What
politics anymore.
what did you run for, Chumak?
I
What position did you run for?
I tried to run for councilor here in the 4th district of Quezon City, where your office is. So,
Okay,
so
all right, but that was 1998. Today it's 23 years later, and your own brand, your personality and your name is so much more known than 23 years ago. So I think you could get a new shot on that one.
I don't think I'll go into politics
You don't think
anymore.
so? Okay.
I will leave that to my other relatives.
You have still enough relatives for that purpose.
That's right. That's right.
What about Paco Magsaysay? He's into ice cream. What do you think of that business?
Well, I got to hand it to Paco. I think he did very well by growing Carmen's Best almost all on his own. I mean, it's hard to do business on your own. And Potato Corner became the
Mm,
way it is, became big rapidly because all four partners were able to help each other. When we started Potato Corner,
yes.
one took care of marketing, one took care of franchising, one took care of logistics, one took care of accounting. So imagine, no? But imagine, uh, I applaud entrepreneurs who are on their own and were able to grow their business. So I'm amazed by people like that.
Correct. My next topic is again something totally different, Jomag. How did you fell into doing archery?
Oh, okay, archery. I was amazed by archery in college, and then
Mm,
there was a spare bow and some arrows in De La Salle in the physical education office. So I borrowed it. I started shooting, and in spite of having an old bow and old arrows, I was able to compete uh, and do archery for 1 year. But I had to stop because I didn't have money. And when I was in college, I was a scholar, but I didn't have any allowance, so I had to. That's why I had to work in college. I had to work at Wendy's part time, but I didn't have any money to
mm,
continue archery. So that became to me an unfinished business. So back subject.
mm,
So art because I wasn't able to continue to the archery and compete at a higher competitiveness rate, that became a back subject for me or unfinished business. So when I was able to save enough money because of Potato Corner, I got back to archery again. So this time, now archery is finished business for me. It's not a back subject anymore. I
mm.
became the national champion. I competed in the US. So in fact, my wife also became a national champion. So we're good with archery. So time to move on
That's
with
cool.
other things.
That's cool. You're also into motorbikes, diba?
Yeah, that one. All the things I'm doing that you see now, like motorcycling, like sailing, those were unfinished business for me because I liked them before, but I didn't have money to pursue them. Uh, so when I had money, I started doing those things again.
Mm. By the way, welcome to the 60 Club
Thank you.
and and the and the dual citizenship.
Yeah, yeah.
And belated happy birthday. Actually, you don't look your age. Honestly, I was shocked when I hear that you're already in the 60 Club. I thought you're still in the early 50s. But another question, which is a bit of serious, how's your health, Omar? Because you had already several times surgeries.
Well, to date, I had five brain surgeries, one every year,
Mm.
no, one brain surgery every year, and then last December I had severe COVID pneumonia. So
But
it's
is it
like
is it is it healed for good now?
my
The what you had in your mind?
my issues with my cranial. Well, I have hydrocephalus. That's why I continue
Mm,
to have a tube from here to my abdomen. So that's draining the fluids. So that's there for life.
mm.
Uh,
Oh. Mm,
so, but but the scary one was the severe COVID pneumonia last year.
Mm.
But that's good. I'm well now.
But luckily, I mean, you look very healthy, and it seems you're okay. You're fine.
I'm fine now. So I'm back. I'm back doing archery, sailing, and doing dirt riding again. So all my friends tell me to stop doing those things already, but maybe I don't know. Maybe you can understand that some guys are just like that. We do what we did. We just do. We keep on doing. We probably will do these things until we die. Huh? You, like for
I
example,
agree
you,
with you.
RK. What do you do? What is your hobby? What do you love doing?
I have no hobbies.
So franchising
I
is your hobby.
That's my hobby.
Helping,
I just
help.
do my hobby.
Oh, helping people is your hobby. Helping people franchise is your hobby.
Yes, that's it, Jum. I have no hobbies at all. I just take care of family, and that's it. Actually, traveling. Yeah, combining business with traveling before the pandemic.
Well,
But
congratulations to you, because a hobby that's making money is wonderful.
thank you. But actually, I don't really have any kind of hobby which not any physical sports or anything like that. So I'm really focused on my main hobby, which is actually my business, franchising. And same like you, I think we will still hang out when we're in our 70s or 80s and talking about franchising and growth, because I
Yeah.
have no intention either to retire. I think both of us, one day we'll just drop dead somewhere, and that's it, diba?
You know, RK, we should schedule a regular coffee with the two of us so that we can brainstorm whatever about franchising.
We can do that. I don't mind that. Anytime with you. All right. I actually am done with all my questions, Jomak. It's really a pleasure having you. But before we end the session, and we actually made it through despite the fact we have difficulties with our internets. But before we finish our session, I still have to make some announcement to make. Uh, So today, my guest for the episode 9 of season 2 is Mr. Jose Magsaysay. If you want to learn more about franchising, you can actually have a copy of the book All About Franchising, which is available for free. And you can have a copy of that if you send us a message, and we will send you a copy of it. Please also read our magazine, franchising.ph. Just today, we launched the March issue, and we have 52 pages. And our cover page is Suds, the biggest laundry franchise in the Philippines, and a lot of other stories about franchising business and franchise opportunities on a total of 52 pages. If you want to franchise your business, please get in touch with us, K Franchise Consultancy. We have a complete franchise development service for you, from structuring the franchise, the manuals, the legals, and everything you need to be a professional franchisor. Please call us at landline 8912-2946 or Globe 0917-874-3620. And of course, all our clients are member of FIFA, Filipino International Franchise Association, and you can be a member of us also if you're a professional franchisor. And we help, particularly we do also trademarks. If you need a trademark, we do this as well, even for our non-members. If you want to know more about franchising and trademarking your business, I have a seminar on March 18 on Zoom. It's free, and you can register with the office and participate on March 18 at 2 p.m. And if you want to learn more, also, if you want to see some videos, we have also this video, and all the previous franchise hours are recorded and are on the YouTube channel, RK Franchise, so you can listen and view all the franchise hours. And next Thursday, I have two ladies as guests from Mindanao who are in the milk tea business in Mindanao. Miss Arlene Roma, who is the owner of Vigacha in Davao, and Miss Julia Nel Kadamko in Kidapawan City, and she owns the 81. So this is for our announcements. And here we are back, both of us again. And I have some comments. I have here, see Don Camelo Pido Talon. He wants to contact you, Joe, because he actually has a very good restaurant. He's my client. He has a restaurant called Southern Grind Bistro.
Okay.
They are very good. I'll match you two guys up, okay? All
Sure,
right.
sure.
So that you can do business with each other. All right. We made it through our franchise hour for this week. I'm very happy that you said yes, Chumak, to be my guest. And I hope in a year or so we can do another session so we can see when you reach the 5,000 outlets, we make another session.
Yeah.
And I hope you stay healthy and handsome as usual. And thank you so much. And to my viewers, thank you again for this week. And I'll see you next week, Thursday, at the same time, the same place. Maraming salamat. Bye-bye.